Hello, everybody. How are you? Happy Tuesday. I hope you're having a great day so far today. I know it's getting a little later in the evening. We're starting to wrap up our lessons here, and today I am actually coming to you with some of my favorite practice tools. And these are things that I use to help me with my practice and with what I'm doing. If you notice, we're in a new room today. This is our dueling pianos room, and behind me is some custom artwork by my mom. Thanks, Ma. Everybody loves it. I love it. We love it. So here we are in our double piano room, and I'm gonna just dive right in with my very first tool, and that is dice or a die. Doesn't matter how many you have. If you have one, great, use it. If you have more than that, use more than that. What I like to do is use this for repetition counting. So if I'm struggling with a spot and I'm just going over and over and over in the same spot and I'm not feeling it, it's not coming together, I'll just grab a dice or a die and I'll roll it. I got two that time. So that means I'm only going to play that section two times. That's it, just two times before I move on to something else. I'm sorry, I just thought of another way that I use this. And another way that I use this die is to determine how many measures I am going to play. So say I have a whole movement that I'm working on or a long piece and I need to break it down. I will roll my die. I got three. So I'm going to play three measures. And I'm going to head over to the piano right now, actually, and I'm going to play you three measures from a piece called Harp Song. This is what we're going to use as our music example. So let me hop on over here to the piano. And I will play you the first three measures. Now, hopefully you can hear me. I don't know. I'm going to roll the dice one more time, though, and see how many times we're going to play those three measures. There we go. Oh, only once. Let's do it one more time. Two times. All right, we're going to do it two times. So here's our first three measures, two times. That's one. Here's two. From there, I would take the next three measures after that and practice that. Now I'm going to bring this back over to you so you can see what I played was measure one, measure two, and measure three. I played that two times. Now, the next time I start playing, I'm going to start playing right there, and I'll play one, two, three. And that's going to be much, much, much more challenging than that first one because I'm changing, not only am I changing lines, so I'm going from the end of the first line to the beginning of the second, but I'm also changing chords. And for those of you who are at the point where you're learning chords, you know that changing is sometimes the hardest thing when you're first learning a piece. So that's how I use dice while I am practicing. That's number one. The second thing that I love to use are these little teeny tiny cups. These are the cutest thing. I think I got these at the Christmas tree shop or the dollar store or something. You can get them. They do kind of bend. I don't know if you can see that at all. Yeah, they bend. They crack, but they come like 20 for $1. You really can't beat that. And what I like to do with this is work out rhythms. Now, I'm going to see if I have different size cups. So you can use little cup for your right hand, big cup for your left hand, and if you're a pianist, that will imitate the sound, the low sounds for the left hand and the high sounds for the right hand. So give this a listen. I'm going to tap just the first line of this piece. It goes left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand. Give a listen. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So not only am I getting my rhythm practice in, I'm counting my beats. I'm also getting a little sound response back from these cups. I bought the big cups. I think I bought them at BJ's. Yes. Hey, Leon, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for hopping on. These, I just got these because I thought they were really a cool different colors. There's green and orange and I think red as well. So yeah, awesome tool for tapping out your rhythms and learning your piece. All right, that brings me to my next tool that I love to use, and that is my phone. And I know a lot of times we tell our kids to leave their phones off, put them in another room when you're practicing, don't touch them. But I use my phone for the metronome app. And I have, as anyone who's known me for any length of time, I have a love-hate relationship with metronomes. I love how well they work, but I hate how hard it is to work with them. And when you're first learning something, it's definitely difficult. I am not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to be a challenge. But the more you use it, the easier it'll get and the better it will be. So this metronome is the Pro Metronome app. It's free. There are in-app purchases that you can use, but you don't have to buy them. It works just fine on its own. This one's set to 70. You get the nice little dial there. Faster, slower, I'm missing. It goes all the way down to 10, which is 10 beats per minute. So that is really slow. I think it goes all the way up to 300, which, oh, more. All right, 500, that's ridiculously fast. I don't think anybody would ever need that. Let's just stop that. But the nice thing about this app is you can change the time, the tone of your block. So that's a lower. You can have it just as a light, high, and middle. There we go. That's where I like it. The other nice thing about this is you can set your tempo by tapping the word tap. So if I want to go faster, set my tempo faster. If I want to go significantly slower, I don't have to go through the whole motion of spiraling around that little wheel. I can just tap and it'll automatically bring me slower. So that's the metronome app that I like to use to practice with. All right. Now, one thing that everybody always knows that they need is a pencil. Use your pencil. But there's something that I like even more than a pencil, and that is highlighters. And these aren't just any old highlighters. These are friction highlighters by Pilot. They are erasable. It is the coolest thing. I don't remember where I found this, but I absolutely love these things. Check it out. I made a mistake. I marked my book where I didn't want to. On the back end of this, I'll show you the whole thing before we go into that. So this is it. I got it off of Amazon. It's a 6-pack of highlighters. These are the neon highlighters. The other highlighters I have in the other room are pastels, and they're really nice too. So we've got the hot pink, because you know, it's me. I love hot pink, being honest. And it just looks like your standard typical highlighter. No big deal, right? But on the back end of it is this really cool eraser. And they're called friction because they do use friction to actually erase the markings. So I'm just going to rub over where I marked. And this is a really old book, so I maybe should have thought of that before choosing this one, because old paper takes ink differently than new paper, but you can see that it's gone. It's just the faintest little bit of color that you see there. But if I kept going with it, it would totally come off. So what you could do is you could mark your dynamics. You know, say you need to remember that the first time it's mezzo forte and the second time you play piano. So you highlight them 2 different colors. And when you get those 2 different colors, oops, it's on that side, sorry. When you get those 2 different colors going, it just kind of triggers a little memory, a little knowledge in your mind to say, oh yeah, hey, that's different because now it's the second time. So that is one of my favorite things, I think. My favorite practice tools. So that's it, guys. That's all my practice tools. I'll go over them again really, really quickly for you. First, we had the dice for tracking the number of times you practice, or for maybe choosing how much of your piece to practice if you're feeling a bit overwhelmed. We have the cups for rhythm tapping and for counting and for high and low sounds as well. Parents, if you have little ones and you want to teach them high and low, use these cups because it really helps. We have the metronome app, Pro Metronome, on the phone here, and we have our friction highlighters, which I'm going to close. And that's everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you use any of these in your practice, let me know in the comments. If you're catching this on the replay, please say hi and let me know what you like to use for your practice. If there's something that I missed, or maybe something that you do that's different than what I do, let me know in the comments. And if there's anything in the future that you would like to hear about teacher tip wise, let me know that as well. And I will see you next Tuesday. I hope you have a musical rest of your day and rest of your week. Bye.